Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Alain. Gonna have a short little travel tip for you today before I get busy with some work I have to do. I'm drinking out of Thanks, Dad. I turned out awesome cup this morning. I was thinking about my daughter a little bit, and she did turn out awesome. She just returned to Philadelphia yesterday from her spring break vacation in Cancun. I talked a little bit about that the other day when she was leaving. And what I wanted to mention today for a travel tip and a safety tip is to research where you want to vacation. And don't just research for the cheapest hotel or the fun places to go. Do some research on the safety of the area. Now, when I learned my daughter was going to Cancun with some friends for spring break, I immediately started looking at safety concerns with Cancun. And realized that Cancun is actually one of the safer spots to visit in Mexico and had a lot of good things on there as far as being safe. You always want to be aware and take precautions because no place is 100% safe. I mean, I talked about the plane crashing into that couple's house. You think you're safe sitting in your living room watching TV and you get hit by a plane. I mean, no place is 100% safe. However, for vacationing, Cancun and the resort they were going to, an all-inclusive resort, pretty safe place, and they had a fantastic vacation and a safe time and flew back to Philadelphia yesterday, where it's probably not as safe as Cancun. You look at the shooting that just happened with the high school kids in Philadelphia. And that's one of the reasons I want her to be aware and go to safe places, stay on campus when she goes off to places, to be with friends, and just to be aware and pay attention to things around her, like we all should. But the key here is before you go someplace, do a little bit of research. There are a lot of things on the internet, and check and see the places that are safe, places that might not be safe, where you want to travel. And then when you arrive, do a little bit more. Talk to people that you can trust. If you're staying at a resort or a hotel, to talk to people. Are there safe places I can go visit? Are there places I should avoid? And different things like that. So you can make good decisions and stay safe while you're traveling. Good morning, Jay. Good morning, Vicky. Appreciate you guys saying hello. That's the tip today. Research before you go. And in that research, include learning about the safe places and unsafe places and the safety of where you want to visit. Tons of information out there available. No reason not to. Good morning, Danny. Thank you for saying hello and being here. Dixon says Cancun, spring breakers. Yep, my daughter was one of them, but she's back at Philly now. They didn't spend the entire spring break there. They went back a few days early to get back to studying because of midterms and so forth. I mean, when you're at Wharton Business School, you got to stay on top of your studies. And so I'm glad that they had a fantastic time, but came back a little early so they could get situated and get back to doing their schoolwork as well. And I'm also glad that she went with 7 other friends. And that's a safety tip too. Go with a group, stay with your group, look out after each other, and you're going to be more safe than traveling alone and being by yourself, or traveling with one other person and splitting up and being by yourself. When you have that larger group and you can all watch out for each other and take care of each other and have fun together, it can be a fantastic vacation and more safe. And so I'm glad that she went with that group as well. And they went to an inclusive resort, which was safe. All their meals and drinks and everything were included with the package, with the room, and they had a great time. So a little bit of research, traveling with friends can make a vacation more enjoyable and a lot more safe. That's the tip for today. Appreciate all of you guys saying hello this morning. Appreciate everybody that watches the replay and listens to the podcast. Make sure you sign up for that newsletter, enjoylifesafely.com. That goes out every week with a lot of good information to help you stay safe, enjoy life, and be exceptional. And Danny says, it's funny, this is a topic. My family and I are moving to Florida and don't know much about the area we are moving to. Port St. Lucie, I may be pronounced. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Get on the internet and do some checking, and get on Facebook, or where your network of friends, and see if you have friends that have been there or have lived in the near area and can give you information as well. The information is out there if we do a little bit of research, and it's as important, probably more important, when you're moving somewhere than just vacationing, because you're going to be there a long time. And so you want to check, what are the good neighborhoods? What are the better schools? If you have kids, or you want them to be safe, different things like that, to make sure that when you move to a location, you're moving to a safe neighborhood, because every place has areas that are more safe than others. I mean, I live up here in Missoula, Montana, sort of remote, not very huge town, right? There are areas I wouldn't want to live. And if somebody said, I'm moving to Missoula, what neighborhood should I look for? I would tell them where to look and where to avoid. And every city, every community has good and bad neighborhoods. And if you do some research and you go to a good neighborhood, it's going to pay off in the long run. And Danny says the wife is on the school thing. Yeah, very important when you have kids, of where you're going to move. Check out the schools. Check out how your kids are going to get from your house to the school, making sure that's safe and they have safe ways, making sure it's a safe school, making sure the education, which schools have the kids that are going off to better colleges and different things like that, have better opportunities for sports and extracurricular activities. All of those things are important, that you want to do some research before you move to a location. Mark says, call the Port St. Lucie Police Department. They can tell you. I live in the Orlando area. Yeah, check with the police reports, check with things like that, where the higher crime areas of a city are, and you can learn those kind of things. So there are a lot of ways to do some research, and it's prudent to do. And Danny says, will do. I wish y'all your best on your move, Danny, and find a safe place and a good home to move into for you and the family. I'm going to sign off today. Thank all of you for joining and commenting and being part of the show. I got a ton of things to get done, so I'm going to get off here and get working on those. Sign up for that newsletter. You won't want to miss one. They're coming out every weekend. And go out, make it a terrific Thursday. I'll be back tomorrow morning. We'll see you then.